by June.
Yes, Kofi. So
is there idea in answer?
Kofi June no. Now no me kind. Same we say. Now we share the agenda and the calculation of more year no. We say the last by-election year. Just so. Now, almost when say a bit me follow within. Me
last by-election.
Said the last by-election. Because the last one is here. And na me come
that contest here.
Yes. Now, almost when say be follow within. Nkoma akoso na still now. The last time now we can be off air.
Oh no. For now, I think is Evans.
Kofi.
Did I in Adiana Sisa?
Oh, Asada
Nibio.
Send and say o concrete.
No,
Kofi. Asada Nibio. Asada Nibio akode.
Adiana Abase.
Adum di ana say adum
ekoso ame.
Kofi mete
last week
Adiana done ekoso ame.
I think 2 weeks ago.
Na me Kofi enya me mama.
Say yes pam no program.
Ekwan
two things.
Kofi ekwan aso ame efa so free ahemfo eba ni fie.
Me say
o kra wo mo. Edi nkra be ni.
Me say two things. Yes say he has no ambition. Odinachi a onini ni asem. Bawumia will have his peace. All the other young guys may have the ambition. Sebia we do know he needs concentration until onya the peace until omonko swami.
But Kofi, I don't know. Kofi, is it the wish? Is it the wish?
Yes.
Of the Meba.
Oh no, flag bearer nankasa.
Is it the wish of the flag bearer or an institution pushing the Swami agenda?
The presidency suggested. Now on where the kind of pushing it earlier. Okoja mind must be smart and get a picture. Swami. Why anyone was Swami? Look at him. What made me to be a and I think that a choir also muye palace school be etiano all of a sudden ayi ni free akunya so
Kofi inu so kai manifesto no so wono ne di ani mo mo
draft emeba onze wontie mi ye palace school na ye ni free akunya so na ye ni free wa na 2 days I need that I need 24 hours and on be no a leader for the party's manifesto committee. Yeah. Kwabaya Ababedu said he should get prepared. In fact, initially no just any age factor. No. Yeah, we have this 4 years. Here we are, the second year, no. Whatever happens, you will go with a new person. That an atmosphere, no. Anomalizing. Period.
Period.
Yes,
yeah. Yara we say in Abano.
There be
yes, no can be. But the delay already they are not settle on this, settle on that. And the issue that do in term cranwa, Ebiana secretary another by election because earlier not some common the two camps are not or more factions are not created within the party.
Camps.
Not never. But you see that the idea was that if you do it now, it will create another issue in the party. We may have to go for whatever that it is. Yes, we are confusing them, yes. And I think that going forward, my say June on Bebo.
Yeah, let's have a investor. Obawa said today I'm going to confuse you and reconfuse you.
Yes, and unconfuse you. Enti Kofi, they are okay. As to say, I get to the final body. I will approve it. For now, is the next thing we are yet to.
So for now, I have 70% concluded. The 18 and say, but informal says the tension between the Edutrums
and the Napus.
And they are very good friends. They are very dedicated, good lawyers. I don't
know John Kumaba along the line.
The choir is okay.
Am I by doom her crowns so doom so along the line?
Yes. Man for if I do I say for Bantama, former MP for Bantama Kukufu.
Yeah.
It was people and man for onunso Tipinam. Then later Nkomako say the air kosu ni nyina no ye time ni so. Ini adaje for our party ni nema. Kyei Mensah Bonsu is a matured politician, a international clouds near the idea. he has it. Forget about a year. So on one kasa na anko so I mean on one anko Pali school editia no. Whatever happens, and no has its own purpose because our idea and the buyer now man for who's okay. I don't need any flow no some they be a cobonia na ekoye. And I think if you are now yes and no, but better the whole manifesto no na coordinate.
I still think that it's too early to call.
Let me tell you,
on 30% now cano. It's also very huge.
Into for now the barring or hedges.
I like that.
Barring all hedges, no.
Said BBN
yes, BBN.
30%
point is that Chairman Zabu's the consideration is that okay, me and no. We young call first time. No call first time we are tension need the day what system ni na. It must certainly we are. Ubia ye be planting not to succeed me after what I say. Now at second term near Manako. Whatever happens for this to the MPP, whether I say they lose or they win, Mensah, just go for this first term. The next second term, no, whether we win or we lose, the BP will be to groom, clear, take up. And
let's hope the final head or no.
And
Obetima cross.
Yes, and because buried all hedges, about 70% concluded now. I'll tell you why the 30% is hanging. And we be at me. For now. I think that wow, when Kyei Mensah Bonsu enya asem na obetima start and na boom
nana medawase me so media pese media me kan say me kan man ya yehia ha yina me go bi ko kofu media ma hwehwini say onti kokoo no oja ma kokoo no krampan ene anono aka kokoo no mayinadi wakwa samba abra ma yekuko ni yie no oba ya wosin san fa kokko no man meti o de be ma no me ya no na o de be ma no abra ye mfa ma no man me se kokko no biu eda we ni eni o mapani do mama sani pa kwa no so o mapani anso wo bedi bida so oni bida dia akayinim se oni bida nti ye so no ahwe won so abedi bida ye huni ne ye oye nyina ena gana fo ya mpe ne ya to abatia no na okọ ba ya wo tin safa akonwama no ndo o de mse nana no panifo amohia ye mfa nante ye mfa ye campaign efantia madam wasi last one
then I move on to housing. The housing sector is one of the sectors that we are, God willing, going to focus a lot on in the next term. There are three components of our housing policy. It is clear that there are a lot of youth who, when they finish school, just trying to rent accommodation is a big problem. And why is it? The large demands for rent allowance. Sometimes up to 2 years demand. But someone who is finished school and just starting a job doesn't have those savings to pay all these huge demands for rent allowance. The landlords, on the other hand, have gotten used to asking, even though the law says 6 months, they've gotten used to asking for 2 years and insist on it because they are saying that they don't know if the tenant will run away or not, so they want to collect it up front. So there is a market failure. There's a market failure between what the tenants want and what the landlords want. And this is why government has decided to come in and bridge this market failure by setting up a national rental assistance scheme. And under this scheme, if you have a job and we can deduct regularly from your income, under this scheme, the National Rent Assistance Scheme will give you a loan to pay your rent allowance. But we are paying this not to you, but to the landlord. And then we will deduct monthly as you would normally pay. So we are bridging this. You need to have a formal employment which will allow us or guarantee someone who will guarantee so that you can pay. But it is very, very important that we address this, and we are going to be putting in place 100 million Ghana cedis for the National Rental Assistance Scheme and work with the private sector to crowd in more so that we can get this done and relieve a lot of people who are renting of the burden. We are also going to digitize the National Rent Control Board, and a new law which has been coming to cabinet will also pass a new Rent Control Act to become modern with our times.
Will require even fewer ministers. I would have, therefore, no more than 50 ministers and deputy ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about our tax. We were elected into office in December 2016 to solve many of the systemic problems and challenges that our citizens were facing, and which we had highlighted in our manifesto. For example, there was no unique identity, no property address system, fake birth certificates, and so on. We had lived with many of these problems since independence. For me, to lead is to solve. Indeed, all my adult life, my biggest motivation is about finding solutions. Solutions that improve lives. Solutions that make public services efficient.